Well, introduce yourself. This is Joseph, and you say your last name's Schindler?
Schindler, just like Schindler's List.
So Schindler's Garage, and where's y'all garage located?
Floyd's Knobs, Indiana, right across the river from Louisville, Kentucky.
Stuff. So how big is your shop?
It's 4 bays, but technically 3 are working. We've got one kind of storage.
Kind of storage.
Trying to get a storage container stay outside so we can put the tools there so we can not a lot of square footage in an old shop because the shop itself, the office and first bay was built in 1945. It was an old gas station. It worked on bulldozers. Basically, the story goes back to AST last year. Went down there, took Cecil's class. Yeah, went to Cecil's class. I had actually sworn off coaching because a certain company in the industry, I walked out of their classes years and years ago, sat down at Cecil's. Cecil's story,
different.
He resonated with me because of his history with his father.
Yes, sir.
Kind of our history. And I told him afterwards, I'm signing up with you.
Yeah.
And basically the next week I signed up with them, and in 6 months it's been a life-changing experience. We weren't struggling, but we were comfortable. I owned a job.
Right.
I'm on my way to owning basically a business now.
Right.
And we actually had basically a record-breaking year for January and February.
What was it?
Last year we did about 50,000. This year we did 85. So we had a great increase. They paired me up with Kevin Clark. I've dubbed this since being here at Mars. This year has been the year of marketing for me.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And it was just natural to come here for this. But yeah, we worked on my marketing budget. It was a small town, family-owned shop. Basically, when I took over, $2,000 a year was all I spent on advertising. Didn't know any better. My dad didn't have any formal training. He was a tech. I didn't have any formal training for marketing. Business side, I had it. I got with Kevin. Kevin was like, you need some help. They helped me understand that, no, that's going to be a lot more expensive to do marketing correctly.
Right.
And this year, we're doing great profits, and our budget is 20 times more than what we started out with. We're looking at $20,000 to $40,000 in marketing this year. And we're still
2,000 to 20,000
to almost it could be 20 to 40,000 this year. That's why I budgeted it.
Oh my God! And so, have they worked on you on percent for your training budget?
Do you have a training
3 to 5%?
budget?
We have a training budget. Basically, but that was another thing. Basically, going to AST and talking to the guys there, I made it mandatory 40 hours of training. I will pay for your flight, your hotel, and your training and your meals for all my guys. I've got 3 techs.
This guy is learning and expanding and implementing. Say now, don't even say that word Kool-Aid around this place, because this place is the real deal. We're talking Coca-Cola, the real deal right
You
here.
have to believe.
And
That's
so
true.
that's amazing. And we've seen you walking around, and you're just always happy. And I think we've been friends for a while on Facebook. Well, that's Big Joe. I said, let me go find him. And you're out there eating, and I was like, I'm going to interrupt your lunch.
Now, he took a chance to do my lunch. Didn't you, big boy? We don't miss lunch.
Yeah, I understand that, but he don't.
And yeah, I kind of stood back like this, so he knew I wasn't grabbing his plate. And,
Actually, it's funny that you call me Big Joe because my dad's Joe. So all my life, my dad is 5'10", small guy.
He's Big Joe.
Yeah, he is Big Joe. So basically, whenever it comes in, they're like, Big Joe? I'm like, he's out there. You're not Big Joe? No, I'm Little Joe. And they're like, they go out, they expect to find somebody bigger than me. It's like, no, he's just older than me, actually. So
Yeah, that big makes maturity.
yeah. Yeah, the best thing is when they come into my office, before I move my desk around, I had a chair low to the ground, desk behind me. And one of the things the guys told me, when they come in, you need to stand up, greet your customers and stuff. I said, okay. I said,
but you don't want to scare them.
that's exactly what I told them. I said, and then I started doing that, and my customers were like, I didn't even realize you were this tall sitting down. I'm like,
Joe, I should probably ask you, what nugget is you taking home from Mars?
oh, there have been so many great nuggets they've given out this week. I'd say my number one thing that I'm going to try to go into implement is basically video.
That is a big deal in our industry. But, I'm listening to your testimony, listening to your story, and I'm just looking up at our deal going, yeah, okay, he's working with them. He's working with them. And it's like, Cecil brought the experts up here, didn't he?
Oh, yes. He most certainly got the best ones. And I love how they laid it out because one presentation rolled into another presentation, rolled into another presentation. So it just builds on it as the day goes along.
And, we kind of find out a little bit about that. Y'all don't know, but a month ago, he set up interviews with them all. and they had to present. And the first day he said they ain't doing no sales calls. If they do a sales call, they go out the door with that's like a one-way door right there. You see that? It goes out, but you can't come back in. And it was like they ain't never going. It's like the old sheriff. You ain't gonna work on this town. And so it was like he talked to them and heard their, and then beyond that, then they went, oh, okay, so this one should be. They did a lot of work and figuring out which one should be after and how they all work together. And we've heard that comment several times. And so it's just, we're back here getting the testimonies to share to all these other folks, but we're getting the blessing of hearing all this that, oh my gosh, this is besides a great event, because when you went to a Vision or ASTA, you had to pick and choose, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
It's like, well, I'd like to hear that one, but that's at the same time as that one. So I guess I get that one. Here, you heard every one of the presentations.
Yes.
But I'm so glad, Joe, that you took a minute to come down here, share your testimony, tell the folks out there why they missed. Don't miss next year.
Oh, no. I've told everybody in any of the groups I'm in, if you miss this year, make it a do event next year. I don't care what you have to do, get here because it's worth it.
Take that 3 to 5% budget
and put it to use.
And put it to come in here, because there's still room for my folks out there.
Oh yeah,
and I think they put another table or two in there.
Jimmy Lee told us that basically if it got bigger, he'd rent a hotel ballroom and go move it to there.
And over there where we're staying, where are you staying? We're staying at that.
I'm at the Hilton.
Hyatt by Hilton. Hampton by Hilton, and there's a convention center right next.
Yep. Yeah, big convention center.
Yeah, and so it'd be easy just to move them down there.
Yep.
Then you'd come down and walk out and walk across there.
Yep.
So we appreciate so much. I'm so glad we got to meet you in person.
Gentlemen, I thank you very much. I wanted to meet you all. You all great guys, and I love the podcast.
Well, thank you very much. So just share it. Make sure you and your friends are like and following us.
We do.
And
support all your supporters as well.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And as always, we appreciate you watching.